Can I ask you a question? Huh? What is more better? Android or iPhone? Apple? Anyone? Huh? Android? Okay. I got the answer. Maybe 50-50, 75-25. Right? The person who invented the iPhone and the lady who invented Samsung, right? What is common amongst both of them? Huh? Can one person give me the answer? Huh? One person can give me answer? They were innovative and creative people in life. What were they? Creative and innovative people in life. You're coming to the institute and you're coming here. That each and every one of you are very smart, very intelligent. But our smartness and intelligence is used in the wrong things. Either it's PlayStation, either it's soccer, football, either it's cricket, either it's cars, either it's designer clothes, either it's Hollywood or Bollywood. All these things are major distractions in our life. I'm not denying them. All these things are addictions. You know what addiction is? Yes. You have a phone, you get addicted to it. All the time. Messaging, texting, WhatsApp, and I don't know what new things come up every single day. This app and that app and this app and this app. Every day, right? You hear new things. And we become so dependent on it that sometimes you forget your own house number. It has happened to me, I don't know about you. That in your memory, the house number is there. You just press it home. Right? And then one day it happened that I was traveling and then I reached at the airport and the battery was dead and the charger was in the luggage which was coming. And my son was supposed to pick me up. Now I have no way to call and I don't remember my house number. And I'm thinking, because everyone has cell phones. So now you communicate more with the cell phone than the house phone. So all these things what we have, all the technology we have, if we use it for a good reason, for example, let's say that you have a research to do. There was a time that you have to go to the library, look at this book and that book and that book and that book. Today is Mr. Google. Yes or no? Yes. Huh? You just go on Google, you put it in, everything is there. Right? You're traveling somewhere, you're lost. Right? Google Maps, put it in, you're there. Yes or no? Yes. So there are advantages. There are advantages. There is no denial of that. You are in one part of the world, someone is in another part of the world. You want to send a message, WhatsApp, in 1 minute is there. All those things, there is no denial of that. That is the advancement of the world and the progress of the world. The question what we have to see is that where do we stand? We as Muslim youngsters, where do we stand? What is our aim of life? What is our goal of life? What is our purpose of life? We think, my father has a business, I'll just pass and then after that, I'll have to work at the shop or other business. That's it. That's my life. We limit our talent before time. We limit our talent before time. And we think we're destined. हमारे मुक़द्दर में तो ये लिखा हुआ है, बाप दादा से चला आ रहा है, कारोबार, तो यही करना है, तो पढ़ के क्या करेंगे? पढ़ना है कि बस so that people would know हाँ के 12वीं पास कर लिए, so people would know कि हाँ he's done his 12th grade, that's it. But our own interest, maybe yes, no, maybe yes, no. We are interested in much more other things. Which we are interested in? Much more other things. And that's why when you go back in human history, in human history, and you make research that why Muslims were so successful and why are they a failure today? They were successful people till the last 200 years. For 1200 years, they were the most successful religious or the most prosperous society in the world. And even today, if you take the stats, 20% of the world population is Muslim. How much? 20%. 20%. There is 256 countries in the world. 56 countries are owned by Muslims. So, 1/5 of the world. Next to that, you go to the next level, is monetary, wealth-wise. Only Ali Saud, the Saudi ruling family, right? And that's 7 brothers. I'm not talking about the whole. The ruling family, they call them the 7 Sudairs. That's 7. Okay. Only their asset is worth $4 trillion. How much? $4 trillion. When Gaddafi, whatever happened with him, when they looked at his assets, there were $200 billion, which they found, which they didn't know about. Hosni Mubarak's assets were 80 billion. All these were, sorry, 200 billion and 80 billion. The richest person today in the world, Slim Carlos, his asset is 77 billion. Just look at the stats. So, money is not the problem. Kingdom is not the problem. Majority is not the problem. What is the problem? Anyone?
Faith.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he came to a society which was liability, a rundown society. A society which was, which was in slums. A society which lived in slums. Rundown society. Huh? He came to society which was rundown. And all the ills and the vices of a society were existing there. Everything you can think today, everything was there at that time, but at a much higher level. In 23 years, in how many years?
23 years.
He flipped that whole society and made it an asset for the humanity. How many years?
23 years.
What was the key to it? The key. Three things. Three things. First, his own character and role model. What was it?
Character.
وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. The character he had, the personality he had, the humbleness, politeness, the kindness, the forgiving, the passion, the mercy, the generosity, the kindness, that anyone who saw him, he was attracted by him. He was like a magnet. Anyone saw him, that's it. Such a personality. Such charming, loving, caring, sharing. People had never seen a person like that in their life. They never had seen a person like that ever in their life. So nice, so polite, so kind, so humble, so forgiving, so caring, that they had never seen a person like that in their life. I'll give you an example. There was a time in human history where slavery was common. Right? And it was in the Arabs, there was slavery also. And what would happen was, any person walking around, they would pick him up, sell him in the market. That crime was common. One Sahabi, his name is Zayd bin Harisa radiallahu anhu. You may have heard of him. Hazrat Khadija radiallahu anha warda gave him as a gift to Rasulullah. Zayd bin Harisa's father was a very rich person. Was what? He found out that his son is by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He came with everything what he had, all his wealth. And he told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I have found out that my son is by you. And I love my son so much, I've been looking for him for years. Whatever you want, I will give it to you. But just give me my son back. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I don't want anything. Your money, you can keep. If your son is willingly and happily wants to go with you, he can go. I will not hold him back. So the next morning, they had a meeting. The father came. Zayd bin Harisa was called. And Rasulullah said, this is your father. And he met his father, he greeted him. He has come to take you back. And you can go. He met his father, he did everything. Then he said, oh my father, I cannot leave Muhammadur Rasulullah. The love, the kindness, the generosity which he has given me, I will never find it. I'll be always stressed and depressed. And he came and he hugged Rasulullah and said, I don't want to go. When his own father saw this, the own father, he said, oh my son, no problem, stay with me. Can you imagine that love and that character? You may have workers at your shop, or you may have workers at your home. How do we treat them? They are on salary, but how do we treat them? Do we treat them how we would like to be treated? Do we treat them like how we would? Oh, come here, do this. Huh? That's how we treat them, right? We treat them because we think we're paying them. This is someone who is owned the love, the care, the respect. This was the first thing, the character. And in that character, love. What was? Love. Second thing, mercy for the humanity. What?
Mercy for the humanity.
One young Jewish boy, he would come and he would meet Rasulullah. Rasulullah found out that he is sick. So he went to his house to visit him. To do what?
Visit.
And when he went to visit him, right, Rasulullah saw the condition that this is his last moments. He told him, say what I'm saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. He told him this. And the young boy looked at his father. And the father said, Ati' Abul Qasim, what Rasulullah is saying, just listen to him. A young boy, he's sick, going to visit him. He's not even on the same religion. When Rasulullah came to Madinah al-Munawwarah, there was different clans and societies living there. He got all the leaders together of all those tribes and all those clans and said that we have to live in peace and harmony. We have to live in what?
Peace and harmony.
And how should we live in peace and harmony? Respecting each other's religious values, respecting each other's family values, tribal values, all of this. One Jewish leader stood up. He said, we do not agree on your prophethood, but one thing I can say, that you are the most honest person in this whole gathering. And you are the most trustworthy person amongst all of us. These are two things which are famous about you amongst everyone. Sadiqul Ameen. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he said, my opinion is, we will make you the president of this assembly and you decide how we should live together. That's how the constitution of Medina was made, and that's how Rasulullah was. That character and that conduct today we don't have. that honesty, trustworthiness. Do we have that? Huh? You would hear, I was in Delhi, right? And a person is telling me, don't buy from a Muslim, but buy from a non-Muslim. He'll never cheat you, he'll never lie to you. I went to a country. Who's playing the finals? Huh? Australia? Playing the finals? And so when I went to New Zealand first time, I asked them, tell me something special about the people here. They said, these people are honest, they never lie. What they are? Honest. They don't lie. Now what about Muslims? We should not be lying. We should not be cheating. But we do all that which is against Islam. My humble request to you is, you are the future of Islam. You are tomorrow's leaders. I want you to read an article, if you have time, on the internet. And it's got 7 P's for leaders. How many? 7. The word P. For leaders. It's an article, and the first and the last. The first of that in the article, it's 1-page article. It's a very small article. The first on the article is purpose. What is it? Purpose. And the last in that article is praise. What? Praise. That anyone who has become a leader in life, right? These 7 qualities, all of these qualities are in the Quran. But this is someone, a PhD, who had done all the research and who is a non-Muslim. He had to go through so much, or she had to go through so much effort to put all of this together. Right? If you have a purpose in life, you will cross that purpose with praise. With what? Praise. There is a saying, I don't know if you have heard it or not, praise heal. In America, it is a very common term. Praise heal. I have got 2 minutes to finish. Right. I wanted to share a story with you, but now the 2 minutes are not enough. But I will tell you just one thing. That whenever you do something, anything, right? Most of the time we do things because of our friends. We do things because of peer pressure. We do things because everyone else is doing it. We'll be left out. What will people think about me? So we do a lot of things in our life out of pressure, out of peer pressure, friends, companies, social pressure, media, whatever you can relate it with. Before carrying it out, just ask yourself one question. What's one question? If I will do this, what will my father think? What will my mother think? And one step ahead of that, my Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, if I do this wrong, someone will say, this is a Muhammadi, this is the follower of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is what he is. Do you want to give a bad name to your Prophet? Do you want to become a means of disgracing your own Prophet? So before we do something, Allah has put in everyone's heart a thermometer, or you can say a scanner, that when you scan that document, today you can scan documents to see if it's original or it's duplicate. When you take a note, $100 bill, just see if it's original or fake. Doesn't it happen?
Yes, sir.
Then if you go to a bank, they have machines, they put all the currency in, and if anything is wrong, that note will come out. Happens or not?
Yes, sir.
Allah has put this scanner inside you. Your mind says, I have to do it. Your friend said, you should do it. The internet said, you should do it. The movie says, you should do it. The heart inside says, don't do it. Who should you listen to? Istafti qalbak walau aftak al-maftun. Ask your heart, even if a mufti tells you go ahead, your heart will give you always the right answer. Your heart will always give you the right answer. Before doing something, that one wrong step can ruin your life. Don't take that wrong step. Think before taking the step. That's why my humble request to all of you is that I don't know, we may meet or we may not meet in life. But my humble request to you is become a good role model of Islam. Adopt higher morals, higher discipline, higher character, and become a leader of tomorrow. The people would look up to you and you will become the pride of Islam, and people will say, I wish I had a son like that. You'll all do that, inshallah? Inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Ahsan jazak for your time. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمه انك انت الوهاب. ربنا انك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه ان الله لا يخلف الميعاد. رب اغفر وارحم وتجاوز عما تعلم انك انت العزيز الاكرم. اللهم اغفر لسيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ما تقدم من ذنبها وما تاخر وما اسرت وما عللت. اے مولا کریم تو ہمارے اوپر کے گناہوں کو معذرت فضل سے معاف فرما. اے مولا ہم گنہگار ہے، خطاوار ہے، سیاہکار ہے، سزاوار ہے. اے مولا جیسے بھی ہے تیرے بندے ہیں اور حضور صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی امتی ہے. اے مولا کریم تو ہم سب کو معاف فرما. اے مولا اپنی طرف سے اور پوری امت کی طرف سے توبہ کرتے ہماری توبہ کو قبول فرما. اے مولا کریم کی ذات عالی کے صحیح تعلق نصیب فرما، اپنی معرفت نصیب فرما، اپنے بلو بندوں کو شامل فرما. اے اللہ ان بچوں کو اے مولا تو بے انتہا کی زندگی میں کامیاب فرما. اے مولا کہ ان کو ہر قسم کی خیر ان کے لیے مقدر فرما، ہر قسم کی شر سے ان کی حفاظت فرما. اے مولا کریم ان نوجوانوں کو کل اے مولا کریم کو مسلمانوں کے ایسا نوجوان بنا کہ یہ پوری دنیا کے اندر اسلام کو لے کر جانے والے بنے اور اسلام کے سچے اور پکے نمائندہ بنے. اور اے اللہ یہ نوجوانوں میں اللہ تو نے بہت خوبی رکھی ہے. تیرے نبی نے خود کہا ہے کہ میری مدد مسلمانوں سے ہوئی ہے. اے اللہ ان نوجوانوں کو اسلام کی مدد کے لیے قبول فرما. اور اے مولا ان نوجوانوں کو ان کی تعلیم کے اندر کامیاب فرما اور ان کے لیے ہر قسم کی خیر مقدر فرما. جناب رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم خیر کی دعائیں مانگی ہم سب کو نصیب فرما. اور جناب رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم جتنے شروع سے پناہ مانگی ان تمام شروع سے حفاظت فرما. سبحان ربک رب العزت عما یصفون، وسلام علی المرسلین والحمد للہ.